Dorian, you interesting app and company. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong at this point, but hey, do I look like the type of person who's gonna go back and change? It looks like, or at least to me, sounds like it would be pronounced the way you'd pronounce the fruit, especially considering the type of genre the game is in. But just in case, let me go quickly check. Okay, so I was totally correct. That is how you pronounce it. So, anyways, back to the main point of the video. Reviewing this app and company, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Or in this case, the very, very scummy. Maybe that should be the title. If that's the title, then good for future me. As per usual, this is not scripted, and the background drawing in between important slides and frames is in fact not completely matching up with the topic at hand. As you can probably guess by the box and my normal content, it's FNAF related. Anyways, so the reason I'm here today is because I've just been dealing with this whole situation of, you've ever had a game franchise get bought out by a different company and they're doing things that you know, at first ignore, but it's become a point where you have to say something because, you know, they're doing things that, like, you know, are making the game less fun for other people. I guess I should specify what game they ended up buying and whose community this is actually affecting. Once upon a time, there was a game called The Arcana, The Mystical Romance, and its sister app, Fictify, an interactive romance genre game. And their original creator or original company that created them was called Nyx Hydra, a gaming company that focused more on romance games, specifically like romantic virtual novels or the dating sim genre. And the thing about them is that they fell apart for very specific reasons, and those reasons I'm not bringing up because it's not really important. The important thing is that after their company went to shit, they decided to sell their main two moneymakers, the two apps they're most famously known for. The ones I showed you earlier, you saw them in the video. They'll come up again, don't worry. So here's the thing, right? So what's the deal with Dorian, and why am I complaining about them? Well, you see, the difference between Nyx Hydra and Dorian is that Nyx Hydra is a company that can actually hire writers and make games, right? So they're like an actual gaming company, right? Meanwhile, Dorian's not anything like that. Dorian's platform, as they state in their own bullshit, so I'm putting it on the screen so you can actually read through this, but it doesn't make like dating sims. What it does is create a platform for you to make your own like little virtual novel with images and shit, right? And the thing about this virtual novel system is it kind of, the way they describe it is, I mean, one of the representatives from their company described it like Netflix, but for this genre, right? But the thing is, it's not like Netflix. I mean, sure, it's like Netflix in the sense that it has a few IP deals with certain writers, where certain writers keep their writing on that website specifically. But outside of that, it's not like that at all. It's more like Roblox. It is I hope I'm pronouncing that stupid little game's name correct, right? People can make their own games on there, but they don't necessarily need to be their own separate IP. They can be fanfics, they can be fan games, right? For different franchises. And so, I mean, that's why they're not even in the same category and of genre. Like, these aren't even considered this app isn't even considered a romance dating sim thing. It literally calls itself, and I quote, the game creation genre. Well, you're thinking to yourself, well, if it can create games, then oh yeah, it buying the Arcana and Fictify seems fine, right? But then you got to look at the details of the app and the reviews, and then you realize that something's a little fishy going on here with why would they buy this, right? I mean, look at the app, the Arcana and Fictify. They're both in the 4 out of 5 range. Meanwhile, you look at, you know, Dorian's main app and you notice that it's a 3 out of 5. I mean, it's a high 3 out of 5, but it's still a 3 out of 5 at the end of the day. And another thing that just seems a little off about it is that well, their announcements on the future of the app. So as it stands right now, and what they've told the fans is, they are not updating the Arcana app, and they are not updating the Fictify app. Specifically, what they do end up using these apps for is promotion for their main app. Basically, instead of getting notifications about events in the game, you're getting notifications to go to the Dorian app, and that's because they claim that new content will be posted there. But it's not what you'd think, right? Obviously, the fun fact about the Arcana games is that their main storyline is finished, and they were at the point of selling the game, doing side content or like DLC stories that you could read, right? So there's no real point in trying to mess with that franchise too much. Meanwhile, Fictify had some unfinished games and storylines, right? But the storylines that they're writing and putting on Dorian that are official, those are side stories for the Arcana, and they have zero interest in finishing stories from the other app. I mean, instead of expanding the IP and continuing to make money off of stories that could be continued, they're making DLC for the Arcana instead, with no desire to work on the other app, despite them being almost equally popular and even more popular than the app that Dorian is, like, the Dorian main app, right? I mean, either one should be more profitable, so why not fix the Victify one? And that's when you start to notice the business tactics of this company, and you realize that the how Dorian actually makes money on their platform. So comparing it to Roblox was actually the best thing to compare it to. But if I had to give a specific comparison, I'd say if you got Wattpad with all those 13-year-olds writing absolute garbage mixed with a few actually good fanfic writers and some people who are actually trying to professionally write, are all on the same platform. I mean, there's supposed to be a wall to protect people from not the safe for work stuff on the app. Yeah, the original Arcana and Fictify app was technically safe for like for teenagers, right? But the Dorian app is open, like it has adult content, like straight up adult content on there. It's behind a paywall and a thing, but like everyone knows, right? So you bought a franchise that doesn't necessarily have an adult audience, but then you keep trying to drag them onto a platform with an adult audience and adult content behind a thinly veiled wall. That gives me weird vibes. I mean, they said that, it should be hard for them to cross it, right? But we know as a society that's not how that works, right? And on top of that, they just straight up don't like hire writers. They don't make games on their own app. They only made a few stories on the app that are official Arcana content, but all they really did was steal the assets of the characters and put them on the platform for other people to play with, basically turning them into paper dolls for people to make fanfic material, making it probably harder in the future for people to tell real scenes and stuff from the fake ones, since, you're basically given the entire like data file of the characters to play with, right? And that seems a little dangerous, having your IP be mixed in with horny, probably unstable kids. Yeah, but it gets worse. It gets worse. Back to the Roblox comparison. So Roblox makes its money by having people make games on the platform, and then to play these games and certain levels or to revive and stuff, the creator of the game can decide to put like a little charge fee to make Roblox. Like the Robux, right? The money, there was a whole meme about it. Come on, you know what I mean, right? And it works the same thing on this Dorian app, right? The creator of the material, fanfic or serious IP, puts a small block for a choice option, and in a good society, that should be for a premium choice, like getting to see a cool CGI of the character or something. But you know how society actually functions, right? The creator then gets a cut of the profits from people paying for those choices, and the company takes a big cut of that profit from the creator as well. And so at the end of the day, the creator takes home some money, the company takes home some money despite not actually making content, just providing a platform. And it should be a happy little world after that, right? But that's the thing, though, like, this is fanfic content, right? for an IP. So and then it comes to this realization, right? They didn't buy this IP to work on it. They bought this IP to have fans, make fan content and then make money when those fan creators want a little financial compensation for their hard work. I mean, hey, people who are art commissioners draw fan art and then they will sell it to people. I mean, it makes sense, but here's the problem, right? See, when Roblox does it, it's fine, right? Because I mean, sure, some people are making profit off of fan games, but most companies don't mind fan games because it's just, a little kiss on the cheek and it just redirects people back to the original game, right? But these Dorian, what Dorian did clearly here was first they wrote a bunch of quick side stories for the big franchise that's much more popular than them. Then they lured fan creators onto the platform with siren songs of, hey, even cosplayers can do streams on here and make money. And then they don't do anything else with the IP. They just own the IP and people will come there for more content from it and also to make their own content. So basically, Dorian is the first evil genius company that's making money off of fanfics. They found it, boys. They finally found a way to take the people who are making fan content anyways and making a profit off of them. It is so evil. It is so corporate. It is so genius that I want to find the person who did this and kiss them on the cheek and then slap them across the face. Because this is peak business. I mean, applause here. Like, oh my God. I mean, congratulations. You did something that most companies could not, making money off of fan content. I mean, when D&D creators are trying to do this shit, the fan community just slaps them in the face and says, we're not paying you. But when Dorian does it, most people don't understand what's actually going on here because most of their fans were young teenagers and now young adults. And those people were scared off immediately by the fact that even on the Arcana's official Discord server, people have been blocked or kicked off for overly harsh criticism, which is... And some of these people deserved it, but other people were just like, hey, some of these things seem weird, or I'm not a big fan of this. And then, like, the staff would just ignore them or not praise them, but praise people who were, like, telling them that they're doing great, or would side with people saying, I don't like this harsh negativity towards a company. Like, these people are defending a company, not people. I mean, Dorian likes to say it's a small business, right? But they compared themselves openly to Netflix and being a Netflix-like platform. And the way they want things to go, they want to be the virtual novel version of Roblox. They want to spread everywhere, like every good business does. And that, my friends, is the good, the bad, and the really scummy